Hi everyone and happy Monday. It is planner day. Just quickly explaining that I did say there would be a teapot video from Rory Dobner's Ink House to follow on from yesterday's if you watched it, the one with the chick. I will put it up, but today we've got this page, and this page is quite complex. It's not just going to be one video, and we've got a morning video as well. So as soon as I've got a little gap in the morning, I've just noticed there's a bit of wet on this page. As soon as I've got a little gap in the morning, I will pop it up. So it will come, but just not today. Right, let's get on. I'm going to be using my Polycolor pencils today. I've got the 36 set. They're quite new to me, which is rather fun. You can use any pencils. I know the Polycolors aren't the sort of most popular pencils around, just, you know, people don't use, not as popular as like Polys or Prismas or anything, but that's what I've decided to use. I'm going to start with the number 32. Now this is called, it doesn't say on here, it's called Natural Sienna or Brown. They don't always have the same name, which is a little confusing. And I'm going to do the whole of the tree with this as a base, and I'm just going to colour and chat as I go. So this picture is from Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. I have coloured it before in my Ivy book. I had a lot of fun with it, I have to say, but there's a lot going on. I think I'm going to try and simplify it a little bit, in the sense that some of the items I may just colour one of them and not all on camera, or else I'm just going to be talking on and running out of words. So that's my first sort of thought on the page. Like, for example, these flowers, these are all the same. So let's come in a little bit closer. Can't come in too close because I'm colouring the whole tree. Can you see that? Yeah. So I may just do the one flower and then, you know, use the same method for the rest. So, you know, rather than doing it all and getting a bit dull. Trying to work out where all the little gaps are and what's a gap and what's a leaf, but I'll get there. Same with maybe the leaves on the tree up here. I might not do them all, but we'll just see how it pans out, because I think this is such a detailed and complex page. It could take us the whole week's worth of videos to finish it, so I just don't want to do that, because I know that the longer a series goes on, the less views I get, so it indicates to me that you guys get bored and don't want to watch a really long series. So we'll just see how it pans out, really. As I say, the Rory Dobner teapot page will come. It'll be the next morning video space that I've got, because these will be going up in the afternoon. So I think I've got a tulip or a daffodil today. Yesterday there's that pair, and then there's a gap, so it will go then. It might be tomorrow. I'm trying to rack my brains, but I can't remember because it's on my computer next door. Might be tomorrow, might be the day after, but it'll come. So you'll get that little one, and then you can finish that page if that's one you're waiting to finish. So that will be fun. I haven't finished it myself yet either, but I will do by the time this video goes out. It's my job for later on today. I'm trying to get a few videos made this morning, and then this afternoon I've got to pop to town. I'm hoping the weather's going to hold. It looks quite dull. I don't know if it's going to rain. Got wet yesterday, but if I get wet, I get wet. I used to actually love it getting really wet on the school run, because it meant you could go home and change into your pyjamas. But not in the morning. In the afternoon, yes, not in the morning, because you have to go and pick the children up in the afternoon. You need to be dressed, you know. I've just realised these are slightly different flowers, so probably do those and those differently. But that's okay. but I'm really just putting a layer of brown down here to start with. It's taking me a while. I'm going to sharpen. There's nothing too exciting about this, and what I might do is stop the video and just colour the rest of the brown without talking, or else I'm going to run out of things to say, so hold on. Right, I am back now, having done a very basic layer of colour across our tree in the natural sienna / brown shade. While I was colouring it, I was thinking about what to do next. I'm going to use number 31, which is the light brown, to do a few bits and pieces. I'm going to start while I talk to you about what I was thinking about. Firstly, I'm going to do the edge of the branch with this. Now, I was thinking that because not many of you probably have the Polycolor, it might be useful to have a comparison chart between this and maybe other brands. I don't know if there are any already or whether I need to make one. So I'm going to have a look into that. I was thinking it might be useful to know what the equivalent colours are in maybe Prisma's Polys and Staedtler. Also maybe Arteza and Castle. But I'll have a look and see what's available, because if there are already some that have been made, then we don't really need another one. I'm going to use that one. This is not looking massively darker. Layer it up a little bit because I want this to look more shady underneath the bottom of the branch here. I'm just going to ignore that bit for now. Maybe not actually, I don't know. No, I will. And I just talk to myself for a little while. I do all the time, but normally it's directed at you. That was just directed at me. But I'll have a look and see what there is. And if there's something already done that looks really good, I shall direct you to it that's free. But otherwise, because I know some people charge for theirs, which is absolutely fair because it obviously takes time to produce them, and creators are often looking for ways to make a little extra money because, you know, it takes time to do this, make content. Just going to go along the top with a really thin layer. I don't know why, I always just like a little bit across the top as well. Some people actually leave that white. So I've done a bit here. I'm beginning to think about the shape of the tree. Now we haven't got an edge over here, so we can sort of ignore that side. But here, you know, it would be rounded. So I'm thinking if I can put a darker bit here and just bring that in a little bit and make it darker on the edge, it will hopefully help the tree to look a bit more rounded and less flat. That's what I'm doing here. I'm going to do the same here. Now, I was looking at this door. I've actually done a door video already for this door, not the one on this page though. In Ivy, this door appears on a different page as well because it's a story. The sun's coming out. I think we're okay. We'll see. It's getting really bright. So there is a video for wooden door. Oh, my phone's ringing. Bear with me. Oh, the phone rang with a sort of cold caller, but I took the opportunity to find the picture of the door that I've got a video of. It's this one. So it's brown door, which I think it looks rather fun. I've got videos, tutorials for every bit of this page, and one day I'll do them from this page as well. But I just happened to have that on the desk, so I thought I would show you. But this door I'm going to do differently because we've got so much brown in the tree. I don't want a brown door as well. Because I've got this Polycolor set is 36. So we've got, obviously we haven't got millions of browns, so it wouldn't really stand out if it was just in the same browns as the tree. So I think I'll think of a different colour for it. I have seen a very recent Chris Cheng video where she did a beautiful door in green, but I don't think I'm going to do it in green because we've got so much leaves, so much leaves. That's really good English, isn't it? So many leaves. So I will probably do it in a different colour entirely. Right, so that edge there. Now what I'm going to do around this bottom area, got a lot of going on here, and I'm going to basically use this darker colour to go around all the lines, so all the edges like this, like that, and then just bring it in a little bit to the middle. So we've got, this is what I did in my book when I did this page. I haven't got that one with me. The book I've got beside me is my new version, which hasn't got many pages done. So like that, okay, all the way around the sort of edges of everything. Oh, we missed a bit there. I'll just do that in this colour. Should be in the other colour really. That looks messy. Let's just tidy that up. So all the little nooks and crannies, effectively. Or my mum used to say crooks and grannies. I don't know if it's some rhyming slang, because Cockney rhyming slang is quite fun. It's a London thing, but I don't think people use it these days. It's just a old-fashioned thing. But there are a few things that few phrases I know, like apples and pears meaning stairs. There's a rude one that I know as well, which I won't repeat. And I don't know any others that I can think of it. Oh, plates of meat, feet. It's very strange. And why would you make some slang that took longer to say than the original word? It doesn't make sense to me. You know, why would you bother saying plates of meat when you can just say feet? I don't get it. Anyway, I'm just working my way around all of these, and I'm going to do it all the way through the whole tree. So what I'm going to do again is stop the video, do that off video, come back and show you what I've done, and then we're going to use our final brown to just finish off the tree. We're not going to make too much effort with the tree because it is sort of in the background, and we don't want it to sort of stand out too much because we want all these pretty flowers and all the details, and obviously Ivy, she needs to stand out. So I'm going to go away and come back again. Okay, so down here I did what I showed you. I went around the edge of each little section and then coloured it in and brought the colour in. As we went up the tree, once we got past here, I just went around the edge of the items rather than colouring in the centre. So this bit of the tree is a little bit lighter. I thought it would be darker down here. Sorry, the sun is coming across. I thought it would be darker down here because we've got all the shade from all of these flowers, whereas here it's a bit more open. That's how my thinking went anyway. I'm going to show you the dark brown now. The sun's gone back in. I'm not sure whether I need to shut the blind or not. This is number 33, which is the dark brown. Okay, I think I'm just going to try it with the sun on the page. Now I'm going to do a layer right on the edge of our tree to start with, all the way along. Really straightforward and simple. And ooh, sun is in my eyes. I'm going to have to stop, I think, after this video. I was going to do another one, but I may stop and go out and come back and do it later when the sun's moved round, and then up the edge of here. Now what I'm also going to use this for is for the, now there are lines in the tree, sort of like bark. So I'm going to go over those with this, with this darker one. I like to emphasize that. Now you can do as much or as little with this as you wish. You can just go over Johanna's marks and leave it, or you can work really hard in putting lots of darkened shade to make sort of the look of notches and dents in the bark. Because this is such a big and complex picture, I'm just gonna do these little lines and leave it there. I do enjoy doing lots of texture into tree bark. It is a lot of fun, but I think as I say, with the complexity of this page, I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I might just take this dark edge in just a tad, add a little bit more shape, and then I'm going to stop fiddling. My next job on this page is actually the sky. It sounds really scary, but I'm going to make it a pale blue and just one tone, just to make it really simple. I want it to stand back. The other option for the sky will be green because we're looking into the forest, but we're going to need a lot of greens for all our different leaves. Of course the leaves don't have to be green, but that's what I'm going to do. I might do some browns mixed in with them, but even so, or some yellows, but they'll still be mainly green. So I think if I do a blue sky, it's just going to look really different. So we have a variety of blues in my set, and I think this is probably the one I'm going to pick. I've got a little swatch chart here. So the mountain blue is quite a grey blue. I think that's the one I'm going to pick, the ice blue. The light blue could be okay. But I think that grey blue will sit back. That's the sort of shade I like for sky. It's called Mountain Blue, I think. Yes, and it's number 57. Okay, now with the sky, go this way. Never go this way unless you want it to look like it's raining. Okay, it's obviously it's nicer not to see the pencil marks, but if you do and it's this way, it doesn't really matter. But if you see them and they're that way, it looks like rain. Sorry, it's always so tempting to tip the book. So I'm going to do this. Now, you could do a pretty sunset. I think I might have done on my, I can't remember now. You can do different shades of blue, but you have to decide if you want the sky to really stand out. If you do something quite stunning with it, like a red to orange to yellow sunrise / set on it or something like that, which would obviously look really pretty. Just trying to work out what's leaf and what isn't. It's going to really stand out in your picture. Now, what do you want standing out in your picture? Do you want the background standing out? I personally don't. I want to see ivy, I want to see house mouse, I want to see the door, the owl and the toadstools. Those are for me are the really pretty bits of the picture that I want to stand out, to be the sort of brighter colours, you know. Whereas if you want the background to look really stunning, stonking, then yeah, by all means do a sunset / sunrise. I have got quite a few tutorials showing how to do these actually. And I actually find them fairly straightforward, even easier than just a plain one like I'm doing here. But it's you know, it's obviously personal once you know what colours you're using. Yeah, you need something that blends together, but even then you can get away with it with sunrise if it doesn't quite blend well. You can just put a few sort of across bits of different colours through it and it works. So anyway, but yes, this is just going to be quite a boring sky, I guess. I think I'm going to go away and finish it and then come back. Right, there is the sky done. Now it is a very light initial layer. I may just leave it like that, or I may do it darker, but I just wanted to get a layer down. It helps me see what's going on with the rest of the picture, what isn't sky effectively, and it gives a base. And I may decide, I'm sorry for the shadows from the sun, that I'm happy with that, or I may decide that I want to do a little bit more, but for now I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave the whole video there just because although we haven't done tons, we've we've done a lot of colouring. We haven't done a lot of items, but we've done a lot of colouring, and I think, you know, it's a big ask to do this much just in one day for you guys. So I'm going to let you have the opportunity to sort of catch up, have a rest, whatever. And me, I'm probably going to go out and before it rains and do some more on this another day. But we've made a start. So well done if you've coloured along and you've caught up, because there's quite a lot there. You've done the sort of main bit, and now it's just all the little fun details to do. So I'm not sure exactly what we'll do tomorrow and where we'll start, but for now, thank you for watching. Tune in tomorrow, and happy colouring.